Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for SPX price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is a monthly for SPX, so we are looking of course at the all-time history for it, starting of course from very long time ago, where we have a potential a wave 1 and then a wave 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then of course wave 3 finished, and we are looking at the wave 4, and currently in a wave 5 toward the upside. Now basically of course inside this area we are looking at a very strong move, of course, or very sharp move for wave 5, where we see a strong wave 1, 2, and then continuation simply toward the upside in 1, 2, and then potentially another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5, to finish only a wave 3, right? And basically I would like to see the prices entering the blue zone between the 6,450 and the 15,765, which it can be of course a possibility as well, where you have triple 1-2s here, by the way. Now, of course, this whole of it can be an impulse for a wave 1, 2, but also we have to consider the possibility where you have triple 1-2s and then continuation simply in a triple 4-5 toward the upside. However, if we dive inside it, of course, on the daily here, we can see on the daily we have the following scenarios, where we have finished here a potential one big wave 1, 2, and then we're looking at 1, 2 here again. And we are looking, of course, for something unfolding deeper here. Well, basically, I would like to, after this correction here, I would like to take this as a big wave 1, 2 again, rather than being just in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this can be, of course, taken somehow in a big 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this is a deep correction wave 2. So preferably that this can be taken like this, especially in this area if you have 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Now, your wave 5 here is a little bit hard to take it inside it, right? To finish your wave 5, it looks much more like a corrective wave. And all of it turning all of it actually like kind of a corrective, like you see a lot of overlapping, right? But basically if you take 1, 2, and then potentially here if we can take a wave 3 and then 4 and a 5, well, it can be, but again, so this looks much more like corrective, the whole thing here, as ABC, honestly. The other way to take it therefore is this way, sorry. The wave 3 here, the wave 4 there, and you got a wave 5 over there, and your wave 1 is somehow here. So you got a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, and then we got a wave 2 as an ABC correction. So this is how I would prefer to read it after this big impulse or this big correction toward the downside, which it looks anyway ABC, right? But for me, you have to take it, of course, as W, X, and a Y, right? Hitting almost the 0.5 fib level and taking this into a consideration from a wave 2, even it can be has hit the 0.618, right? In case that we are taking this as a wave 2. Before we were taking this as a wave 2, but now I prefer to see it in this way, much more comfortable for me to read it, rather than having a small 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. This doesn't really work as a wave 5. This is a problem. Therefore, preferably W, X, and a Y, finished here as an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is a preferable things. However, it doesn't matter anymore. At the end, we got a correction, very deep correction. So whatever form you got here in this area, it doesn't matter anymore. So you got a correction here and you're moving continuation toward the upside, whether you topped here as, of course, correction continuation, or you have topped there, correction and continuation. So it's just about some theory here. All right, so basically we're moving for higher for a wave 3 here in the blue count. And we're looking, of course, currently for a massive impulse, since a wave 3, of course, is a 1, 2, right? So a big 1, 2, and you're looking for 3, 4, 5 to finish, of course, this wave 3 and then 4 and a 5. This impulse might be very, very impulsive, right? It must be very, very sharp and strong because it is a wave 3 over 3, right? 3 over 3. So we might see a very strong move toward the upside. So let's move inside it and see what's going on in there. So basically, on the lower time frame, we see, of course, here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the upside, leading diagonal, right? However, we have to be careful that something also might be unfolding, same as for Nasdaq before. We saw it in the video before. However, in Nasdaq is a little bit much more clearer in case that it is an expanding diagonal here and as a wave 1, meaning, of course, that we can move impulsively. On SPX, I don't see it at all. Yeah, even on the 1 hour chart, I don't see even an expanding diagonal, which is horrible a little bit, to call a wave 1 here as an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, especially that it looks like, of course, 3 waves toward the upside. However, in all case scenario, I always think about it as well, and I'm gonna take it into consideration because it might happen. Nobody knows. It might follow Nasdaq as well in case that it happens. So I have to consider a wave 1 here as A, B, and a C running flat for a wave 2, and then moving impulsively for a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, guys, we have to be careful from this scenario where you have a 1, 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 1, 2 again, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, so we're gonna see what this is going to unfold. But basically, to get the signal that we are in this scenario, you have to invalidate this one first. So first we have to reach definitely the wave 5 as leading diagonal first, the blue box, and then we take it from there. If we don't get a wave 2, which is, of course, a formation of 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 towards the upside. Therefore, of course, we have to start to consider this scenario in case we see higher prices, okay? And confirmation that this scenario is unfolding like as an impulse is taking the 1-to-1 fib level, right? 6,200. But anyway, when you take this price, you are already in the all-time high. All right, and that is why I'm starting to think, okay, what are the possibilities? So if we move so much high, we still have to think what are the possibilities, right? And that we have a 1, 2 here potentially, and then 3, 4, 5 towards the upside. However, so far everything is expected. Until this area, we never said that we never confirmed that we're moving for a wave 2 yet. Therefore, of course, we're still looking for this blue box as expected, and we take it from there again to see if this scenario is unfolding or this one will be unfolding for the next price action. Yep, so that was it for the SPX. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.